It was a press conference before our first game of my rookie season, but the reporters didn't waste any time filling me in on what the world was saying. I was glad they asked, because it helped me hone in on my ultimate goal. I was going to push myself as hard as I could to make sure I was on stage at the NFL Honors to accept the award for Rookie of the Year.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Lions making their way out, led by their 32-year-old quarterback. Hard to believe he's in. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
By number 10.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 46 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, partner, we've seen rookie running backs come into the league and have success right out of the gate. You think most recently of Saquon Barkley, finished second in rushing yards his rookie season. Zeke Elliott led the NFL in rushing yards as a rookie 4 years ago. Do you think this kid has what it takes to follow in footsteps like that?
I certainly do, and I went back to my notes when I was scouting him coming out of college, and those were a couple of the names that I wrote down. Not as strict comparisons, but that type of ability. He has talent, he has smarts, his expectations for himself are high, as are his teams. And, you know, running back is a position you see going in the first round very often. This guy is justified being picked in the first round in my mind, and I think that he can carry a ball club if they just hand him the ball 20 to...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Complete to number 12.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
2nd and 9. 7-7, our score after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Fights through and now a crease. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
A big play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears have taken the lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here. All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Play action. Now Trubisky. Tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Trubisky. His throw incomplete.
Trubisky's pass.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A nice pickup there. And Charles, I want to get your thoughts on some comments of his that made the rounds on the talking head shows. He was asked what would mean more, a playoff berth or a Rookie of the Year award. And he said Rookie of the Year. Were you surprised at all by that?
Well, yes and no. And here's the thing. You and I both know that right now the sports talk 24/7 cycle, it never takes a break, right? They always need something else to chew on. And I really think that he believes that getting to the playoffs is almost part of the package. So saying Rookie of the Year, it came off selfish. I think he was just trying to say, if I'm Rookie of the Year, I'm amongst the best in the league, and that's a heck of an accomplishment. I really don't believe he was trying to put himself above his team, and I know it may have come off that way, but I just didn't see it that way at all.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw?
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darrell Patterson.
A 14-yard touchdown as the Bears. So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky, and the Bears will add on to their lead.
As a general.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I would think that by now people are done underestimating Tarik Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. He had more receptions than carries last season. He kind of looks like Darren Sproles, who's been his inspiration as an NFL player. In 2018, Tarik Cohen was a Pro Bowler as well.
From the 3, second and a yard.
At the Lions' 3-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
50 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And they give this time to the tailback.
The ball carried by number 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got it at the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 58 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 30.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He was brought down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
And it's
from the gun, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
a gain of 11 on.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
An 8-yard touchdown run. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He's got daylight. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears continue to pour it on. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 47.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And now running right through it. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 17-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pad.
That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears.
To number 80, Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1. You're just... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Chicago.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bears, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back.
The regular season was off to a hot start, and I was full of confidence when I stepped up to the podium. If the press wanted a quote, I was going to give them one to remember. I said my piece. Gave them a good quote to run with, too. I stepped away. But despite my answer, I knew the games ahead would determine if the hype was real or just hot air.
I remember that day. The game plan flowed through you, but everyone has someone they can lean on. Which teammate helped you the most?
The whole team respected his opinion. He was sort of the veteran voice of the team everyone looked up to. No matter how things went, I knew I could count on him. One press conference that stands out to me in particular was when I first got to use the buzz of my season to build momentum for a big game we had coming up. More than anything, I hope showcasing our strengths to the press and fans would also amp up my teammates. And it did. But it turns out they weren't the only ones who were listening.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. The arrow to kick off for Chicago.
No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. On the return, it's Taylor. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
A lot of people thought the Packers might struggle a bit in 2019, but that was not the case. 13 win.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Now Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Complete to Anthony Miller.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On third down, Trubisky trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Trubisky's pass.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And it's third down.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And that will be incomplete.
Trubisky's
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
So here we are, Charles, the calendar turning to November, and when you talk about the great performances that we've seen from the rookie class this year, I think this young running back is right near the top of the list.
I would agree with you totally on that one, and I think back to a lot of young men entering the league and wondering about acclimating and sometimes taking time to do so. I get the sense with this young man that he did this all the way back to the littlest league he ever played in. And every league he jumped into, he was one of the best right away. Great confidence and great skill. They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And able to find Graham, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Again, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Robinson.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage. Because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
On 3rd down, you don't give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. It's taken to the 26. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. On first down, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller, he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Now it's Patterson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I'm... Throw on first down with Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Trubisky to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
To Jimmy Graham.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Bears.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ball carried by
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. And on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Another down on the scoreboard with the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So here are the Packers now to take over. Last week they got the victory against the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now Trubisky on 1st down. It's caught. It's Miller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but that's adopted in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
An 8-yard pickup.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
From the 38, Trubisky. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them in.
This offense struggling here in the 2nd half. They have not scored yet. They'll try to change that here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he's got some space here. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing the Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
This offense struggling here in the second half. They have not scored yet. They'll try to change that here. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Complete to Allen Robinson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Chicago.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Trubisky to throw again. This is caught by Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Trubisky's pass intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Packers, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.